Okay, Forex Militia, this is the second in the How to Use FxBlue's Trading Simulator version 3 in the series. Alright, let's get into a reading.
Page 9 of 24. MT4 Trading Simulator. 4.2.2 OCO orders. The new order form also lets you place one cancels other OCO orders. There are two types of OCO order. OCO breakout. You specify two prices, or two values in pips, either side of the current price, and the simulator places a buy stop and a sell stop. Once one of the pending orders is filled, the other is automatically cancelled. You would typically use this when you are expecting a major price movement, but you don't know whether the move is going to be up or down. For example, there are many trading strategies based around trading the breakout, in either direction, of yesterday's range. OCO reversion. In this case, the simulator places a buy limit and sell limit, rather than a buy stop and sell stop. You would typically use this if you are expecting a move in either direction followed by a return towards the current price, e.g. a bounce off yesterday's high or low.
Okay, so for this part of the instructional, what we're looking at are the OCO orders. Alright, so what we do is we go to this here. Don't need that. We go to this here. This is the place an order, as you can see. And as you can see, I don't know if you can read that, it says use Ctrl click to run a saved template. But for right now, let's just take a look at what this will basically do with choosing OCO breakout. That's the first option that was basically given by the instructional. So let's do that. Alright, so here we have it. And then what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to put any prices in. What it's going to do is, it's going to basically what I would call straddle this. It's going to straddle it. Both of them are basically going to straddle this. But this one is more of a breakout. Alright, so let's just go with 20 pips. And that's on the buy side, and then on the sell side, 20 pips. So it's going to place a buy stop and a sell stop. I'm not going to put anything else. I'm just going to, you know what? I'm going to save this as a template so we can use this later. Let's name it breakout. News breakout. Alright, and let's go ahead and save that. Alright, and now let's go ahead and place the order. Okay, there you go. And as you can see, it put a sell stop and a buy stop on either side of 20 pips up and 20 pips down. So of course, if news comes out and it takes off, we catch it. If it drops, we catch it. So that's the first right there. So okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to do this, and this comes in the next section. I already talked about this, but I'm going to just go ahead and delete these pending orders so I can do a reversion. Put that back. Okay, now OCO reversion. As you can see, I'll try to zoom in on this, and you can see the template news breakout down here. But let's do a reversion. So what this is going to do is this is going to place a buy limit and a sell limit if we basically believe that this is going to create a continuation. So it's basically, we're thinking that it's going to dip and catch our order and then continue going up, or rally, catch our order, and then go down. And of course, whichever way it basically goes, we're basically going to cancel the opposite order. So let's go ahead and save that as a template, and we're going to just put continuation. Continuation. Okay, and let's go ahead and save that. Alright, and now let's go ahead and place the order. And as you can see, there's a buy limit down here and a sell limit up there, 2020. Okay, now if I wanted to put what you should always do is you should always put either a stop loss, both stop loss, definitely a stop loss, and then a take profit. I did not put that there. But the other thing that I want to show you is this, that if you press Control and click, right, it says it right there, you will see the two templates so that you can just easily select that. And I'm going to cancel these right here so we can just go ahead and see that work. Let's see. So there you go, and there you go, and then you just click it and it'll just put that right in there for the simulator. I believe, I'm not sure if that's actually programmable in MT4, but I will find that out. I believe you can do templates. But for now, that's this section. On to the next.
4.3 Order templates. If there is a type of order which you place regularly, e.g. a buy limit 20 pips below the current price, with a 100 pip S/L and T/P, then you can save this as a template for quick reuse in future. Click on the button, enter the details of the order, click on the Save Template button, and choose a name. You can then quickly execute that saved template in future. Hold down the Control key while clicking on the button, choose the saved template from the list. 4.4 Closing orders. You can close an open position by clicking on the position marker at the top of the simulator, the text which reads plus 0.10, minus 0.50, etc. This will slide out a panel of options. Page 10 of 24. MT4 Trading Simulator. The panel shows the profitability of order for the symbol in cash terms, and also in pips. The price underneath the profit in pips is the average entry price for the position, if there is more than one open order. You can use the options to close all open orders for the symbol, or all winning or losing trades, or to hedge or reverse the open position. You can close individual orders by opening the account info, see below.
Okay, so just to rehash what I already went over about the panel that slides out. As you can see, our OCO order actually filled, right, on the simulator, and it canceled the other one. Now I'm in profit right here. So this will basically tell you exactly what you have in what you have in your position. This tells you the open price, right? Of course, your deposit currency and the amount of pips that you're basically up by. I think, yeah, pips, and this is the dollar amount. I think this is the dollar amount. So okay, here it basically will tell you. You can close all positions, close all open positions, close all winners, or there's a grayed out close all losers. You can reverse or hedge, and that's just by clicking the net volume of open orders. You see how it slides right out, and you can slide it back in. Okay, let me see something. Okay, so that's for that section. Really short, really sweet. Let me see. I think that's everything. All right, moving on to the next section.
4.5 Modifying orders by default. the simulator will show markers on the chart for each order. You can turn off these markers, or change their position, using the settings. You can click on the markers to open a pop-up window for each order, and you can use the handle at the right-hand end of the marker to drag it. 4.5.1 Changing S/L, T/P, and pending entry prices. By dragging markers, you can change the S/L or the T/P of an order by dragging its marker, using the handle at the right-hand end of the marker. You can also drag the entry price of pending orders, but you cannot move the entry price of open positions. Page 11 of 24. MT4 Trading Simulator. If you drag a marker to an invalid level, e.g. you drag AS/L the other side of the current market price, then you will be asked if you want to close the order. You can cancel a drag which is in progress by pressing the ESC key.
Okay, so for this section, what we're looking at is how to basically drag the pending orders up and down. You could actually if you hover over the right side of the marker, you should get a up-down arrow, and what you can do is just move it up, move it down to whichever price that you want to basically place it at. You can do that on both sides. Okay. Now, if you make a decision that you don't want to move it and you made a mistake, press the escape key, and it will float. It'll revert back. It'll reset back to the position that you basically had it at. All right. There's something else. I don't know if they go into this, but I want to go into this a little bit ahead. You can actually bring up where is it? Let me see. A panel. Not this panel. This is the web page dialog. This is basically the input interface for stop loss. If you want to edit what is already here on the marker, all you have to do is basically just click on the marker, and this comes up. And then, as you can see, what it is you can alter the entry price, the stop loss, the take profit, and the trailing stop. This is the trailing stop. Now, here's something that let me just see something. I want to know if you drag the entry price. I'm not sure. I haven't seen that, but let me just put a 10 pip stop loss, and let me see if I drag this. Will the stop loss also move? Okay, no, the stop loss will not move. It doesn't move with it, so you'll have to drag them both. And as you can see, you can basically do that. And a marker or a indicator comes up to basically tell you how far you are from the entry price. As you can see, it says 24 pips right there, 29. All right, and I just wanted to add 10, so it'll be way down here. And there's a percentage of how much the loss would actually be also. A dollar amount and a percentage. So that's also good also. So okay, let's go on to the next part in this tutorial. In this instructional.
4.5.2 Viewing and changing order details. You can open a pop-up window for each order by clicking on its chart marker. The window shows how close the S/L and T/P are to being hit, e.g. for long orders, the distance from the current bid price to the S/L, and the cash effect on the balance if the S/L or T/P is hit. The current profit for the order shown in the top right of the window can be switched between cash and pips by clicking on it. You can close the order using the red button, and you can change the S/L, T/P, or trailing stop by clicking on those options. 4.5.3 Changing the S/L or T/P on all open orders. You can also change the S/L or T/P on all open orders by clicking on the chart. You move the mouse over the price where you want to set the S/L or T/P. It is easier using the MT4 crosshairs, and then hold down the Control key while clicking, i.e. the same method as for placing a pending order. From the window which pops up, you then click on the S/L or T/P buttons, and the S/L or T/P will automatically move to the new price selected. For example, you can Ctrl+ click on the high or low of a bar to set the S/L or T/P to that price, or use the crosshairs or mouse cursor to select a new price. Page 12 of 24. MT4 Trading Simulator. 4.6 Account Info. You can view information about your simulated account using the Account Info. Click on the Tools button at the top of the simulator, and then choose Account Info. This shows your total net profit in the simulation so far, your current balance and equity, the profit on all open orders, the margin usage, etc. The Account Info also shows a list of all pending and open orders. You can close each one of these by clicking on the icon next to its ticket number.
Okay, this part we are basically going to go over three things, I believe. All right, basically what I was talking about in my last interruption, going over this pop-up window that will allow you to change the stop loss. Now here you have it. You see here you can put a fixed price. You can go by an amount of pips. You can go a fixed cash amount that you want to basically put in. Equity, which is what's left over from the balance after you've already taken trades, and then the whole entire balance, this is percentage wise. All right, as you can see, for equity it is now at 10,010, and then this is just the account balance. Okay, so that is that. And let's see, entry price, right, you see right, changing it by pips, by a pip amount, the difference, or a fixed price. Okay, and then you just go ahead and save that. Now there's another something here that you can basically do, and this creates a drop down window. And in this drop down window, by clicking on the cogwheel that's on the left, the blue cogwheel, the white inside the blue cogwheel, you get this drop down menu, right? And with that you can do something a little bit different. Right here you see you can put in a partial close amount, right? You can do the reverse. This is basically some of what is already in this panel right here, some of what's already here, but this has the partial close and the break even exit also. And then of course this is just the exit. You have the reverse and the hedge, but these two are unique to this drop down menu that you can get when you click on the cogwheel in here. All right, so that's that. All right, and this, the account info. So what you do is you click on the cogwheel, which is now red because there are pending orders, I believe, and you click on account info, and you get this window here. And just like she said, you have your net profit, your balance, your equity, your floating, your free margin, and pips and profit. And then you see every single position that you basically have that's either pending or open. All right, and then you can close them from here. All right, all you got to do is click on this button right here. I'll show you. Boom. You click on that button. So there are multiple ways to basically close positions that are basically in your on the trading simulator. You can close it here with this. You can close it by going into here. You can just delete the order or just close it once it's open. And those are a couple of ways for you to basically close an order. Okay, on to the next section. I forgot something. Oh yes, before we move on, it also talked about using the control button to basically create a to basically give a stop loss for all orders. I almost forgot about that. Okay, so you press control, and wherever you want to place a stop loss for all of your orders, you click on that spot. You can use the crosshair so you can see more accurately where you're placing it. You press control and you left click, and then you get this window. This window will basically come up. So this will place a stop loss for all of your orders. Okay, as you saw right there, something just happened, and the OCO order just took effect, and this one opened, but number 7 on the bottom just closed. It took out the whole thing, and now that one is open. So for now, I would basically want to set a stop loss that is below this order, right? So I would just go ahead and do this, and there you go. There is your stop loss right there. And you can also put a take profit, and I'm going to put the take profit up here. This is set take profit, control, and set the take profit, and the take profit comes up there. Since this is a long order, so take profit, stop loss. This also allows you to place, depending on where you have your crosshairs, a buy limit or a stop or a sell stop. Down here below the price action would be buy limit, sell stop. Up here would be buy stop and a sell limit. So that's the two differences. There you go. Okay? All right. Now let's move on to the next section.
Page 13 of 24. MT4 Trading Simulator. 5. Smart Lines. 5.1 Overview of Smart Lines. The smart lines use line objects drawn on an MT4 chart as the stop loss or take profit for positions. They provide 3 main features. Trend line stop loss or take profit, multiple partial stops at different prices, i.e. partial closes at different price levels, time-based stops, e.g. close all positions at midnight. In the following example, there are 2 converging trend lines, one for the stop loss and one for the take profit. In addition, there is a time, vertical, line which will close the open position if the price has not already hit one of the trend lines by then. 5.2 Creating a smart line. To create a smart line, you simply do the following. Draw a horizontal line, a vertical line, or a trend line on the chart. Hold down the Alt key while clicking on the line. A window such as the following will then pop up, letting you choose what action the line should take. Page 14 of 24. MT4 Trading Simulator. 5.3 Types of Line. 5.3.1 Horizontal lines and trend lines. Horizontal lines and trend lines create a price-based stop or take profit, i.e. an instruction to close part or all of some positions when the price touches the line. You can apply horizontal and trend lines to all buy orders, or to all sell orders, or to any selection of orders of the same type. For example, if you have 5 open buy orders and 5 open sell orders, Then you could select any 2 buy orders or any 4 sell orders from the drop-down list, but you cannot choose a mixture of buys and sells. A horizontal line or trend line must also be either a stop loss or a take profit. When you create the smart line, the price must be valid as your selection of stop loss or take profit. For example, if a line is below the current market price, then it cannot be used as a take profit on a buy order. 5.3.2 Vertical lines. Vertical lines create a time-based stop, i.e. an instruction to close part or all of some positions at a fixed time in the future, regardless of price. Because they are not price-based, vertical lines can be applied to any selection of orders without restriction. 5.4 Volume to close. The volume to close when a line is hit can be defined in 3 ways. A percentage of the order/position size. Page 15 of 24. MT4 Trading Simulator. A fixed amount to close, a fixed minimum amount to leave open.
Okay, so now we are going to get into smart lines. So we have, of course, the horizontal line, which I will place. I'll try to get close to this. We have the trend line. Let's draw that like that. Let's try to make that a different color so we can see it. Just go ahead and make that red. And then we have the vertical line, which we're going to put right here. And I will make that a different color also, because it's a different category. Okay. So with this, what we're looking to basically do is close positions when it hits these lines. So what you do is you press the Alt key, and that will bring up the Smart Lines window. Now, you can close orders or you can place orders, a new order on the breakthrough of a line, right? All right. So first, let's go over the close. As you can see, you have long, short, and then by ticket number, it will close a position. So you make your choice. I'm going to just put long, close all, right? Stop loss or take profit. Since this is above, this is going to be a take profit. Then value, the amount of the position to close, 100%, right? Lot size, the percentage. Do you want to point? Since I have a 0.10, it can be 0.02, 0.09, something that's, and leave a certain amount open, or of course maximum trade size. So what to basically leave open. And then you have these advanced orders, these advanced options, which is delete pending orders, basically once the smart line is basically triggered. Keep this line after it is triggered, basically leave it in place. Delete this line if another line is triggered, right? Close each order individually. Okay, so most likely that's if you have 2 or 3 orders that you have open, and blah 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 blah. So filter, the filter is basically, I believe it's going to go into that in the next section, so I will go over that in the next one. But let's just take a look at what is going on here on this smart line order. So I'm going to go ahead and put this at close long, right? And then I'm going to put percentage, and I'm going to go ahead and put 50%, right? So it's going to close 50% of my open order, and then it's going to let's see, delete pending orders. No, I'm not going to put any advanced on there. Okay, so let's go ahead and just save that. And what you see is that says long TP close 50%. Now, let's look at the vertical line. What that basically says. Press Alt, and you get this, and then it's close the certain amount. This is on the vertical line. Close all orders, right? Close long, close short, or just close the individual ticket right here. And this has the same options. Or you can basically open order, a buy or a sell, depending on what you basically want to do. So I'm not, let's close all orders. Once it hits, this is April the 2nd, 2012 at 1 p.m. Let's go ahead and save that. And as you can see, close all orders 100% once it hits there. So let's just run this through. Let's see what it basically does. It hit the take profit. So it closed 50%, and then there you go. It hit that, and both lines, everything is gone now. And it closed everything. And look, I made a little bit of profit. Woohoo! Okay. The thing that I didn't go over is this trend line. So this trend line, we are going to, let's see about making, if it breaks that, we're going to make a new order. We're going to open something if it breaks that trend line. So we're going to open a sell. Let's see, 0.10. I'm not going to put any date or anything on it. Let's just place that. We're going to just save that. I don't think this thing has templates that you can actually create. Let me see. No. So that's that, and now we're just going to save that, and now you see it turns yellow, and I've got a sell stop once it breaks through this trend line. So there you go. Right off the bat, now this doesn't have a stop loss. So what I can do is I can press Control and then hit the left, the left mouse key, and I can set a stop loss just like that. Okay, that dialog window comes up. Or, and remember, you can move this up and down as you want by clicking on the right side of the marker, right? Or you can go in here, right, the drop down menu, or you can go into here. So you have a couple of options on how you basically want to deal with that. Okay, let's get on to the next section.
5.4.1 Percentage close. A percentage close is applied to the current order/position size. For example, if you have two lines at different prices, which are each set to close 50%, then they will leave 25% of the original order still open. For example, the order is for 1.00 lots. The first line will close 50% of this, leaving 0.50 lots. The second line will close 50% of the 0.50, leaving 0.25 lots. Please note that the smart lines always round up, on the basis that it is less risky to be out of the market than in it. For example, your order/position is 0.50 lots, the line is configured to close 25%, and the broker's minimum trade size is 0.10 lots. 25% of 0.50 is 0.125 lots. This will be rounded up to 0.20, rather than rounded down to 0.10. 5.4.2 Fixed amount to close. Selecting a fixed amount to close simply closes that number of lots, or the current order/position size if smaller. For example, the line is instructed to close 0.50 lots. If the order/position is 0.75 lots, then 0.50 will be closed, leaving 0.25. If the order/position is 0.10, then the entire 0.10 will be closed, and no further action will be taken. 5.4.3 Fixed amount to leave open. The fixed amount to leave open is a way of saying make sure that the order/position is no larger than X. For example, the line is instructed to leave 0.20 lots open. If the order/position is 0.10 lots when the line is hit, then no action will be taken. If the order/position were 0.50 lots, then 0.30 lots would be closed, leaving 0.20 lots. 5.4.4 All orders when closing. If you select one of the all order options, e.g. all long orders, then the standard behavior of the smart lines is to apply the amount to close to the total aggregate position. For example, you have 3 buy orders totaling 1.00 lots, for 0.50, 0.30, and 0.20 lots individually. If you tell the smart lines to close 60%, then this will reduce the position size by 0.60 lots overall, on a FIFO basis. It will close the entire 0.50 order, plus a partial close of 0.10 from the 0.30. It will not close 60% of each individual order. Page 16 of 24. MT4 Trading Simulator. You can change this behavior using the advanced options, telling the smart lines to apply the rule to each order individually.
Okay, I basically just went over this, but let's go over it again just to nail it home. Alright, so what I did was I placed a line here that would basically close something that I didn't do on the last one, a lot size amount. Okay, so what I did was I clicked on short close all, right? And I put the value, I put the maximum trade size. So the maximum trade size I want closed is 0.2. I have 0.3 on. I have 3 positions on, and what should happen is when this thing gets all the way down to where I want it to basically be, it should close 0.2. If it doesn't, wait a minute, let me see. If it doesn't get stopped out, it should actually go down. I was testing this earlier. Right. So when it basically hits this line, 0.02 should actually close. There we go, right? Okay. So interestingly enough, it only closed one of them, but that's basically what should have basically happened. So I'm pretty sure that what should have happened is it should have closed 0.02, or the maximum amount that it actually should have closed, but it did close one position. So that interestingly enough left these two open. So let me see if I can close the rest of it. No, actually no. I'm going to actually move on to the next section, because you might have to fool around with this just a little bit to actually understand it the way how I understand it. But that was the maximum size to basically close 0.2. So it closed 0.01. It should have closed 2 of them though, but I might have that somewhat wrong, but that's how I understand it. Okay, so let's just move on to the next section, and I will explain that to you also.
5.5 Advanced Smart Lines Options. 5.5.1 Deleting pending orders. By default, the smart lines will only process open positions. However, you can use the advanced options to tell the line to delete pending orders as well. A partial close of a pending order will delete the order and recreate a new order for a smaller amount. 5.5.2 Keeping lines after they are triggered. By default, lines are automatically deleted from the chart after they are triggered, i.e. when the price or time hits the line. However, you can choose to leave a line in place so that it continually applies in future, until you remove it manually. You can use this to create a rule such as make sure I never have an open position if the price is more than X. In order to be able to keep a line, it must have the following 3 characteristics. It cannot be a vertical time line for obvious reasons. This can only apply to horizontal or trend lines. It must apply to all orders, or all by orders, etc., rather than to specific individual tickets. The amount to close must be 100%. It cannot be a smaller percentage, or a fixed lot size. 5.5.3 Deleting a line. If another line is triggered, you can choose to remove a line automatically if another line is triggered. For example, the current price is 1.2345, and you have a take profit line at 1.2400 and a stop loss line at 1.2300, which are each set to close 50% of your open position. If you do not set a line to be removed when another line is triggered, then the following can happen. Price rises to 1.2400. 50% of the position is closed, e.g. closing 0.30 lots from a position of 0.60 lots. Page 17 of 24. MT4 Trading Simulator. Price then falls to 1.2300. A further 50% is closed, reducing the position from 0.30 lots to 0.15 lots. 5.5.4 Closing orders individually. As described above, the default behavior of the smart lines is to apply its rules to the total aggregate positions when working on all orders, or all by orders, etc. You can change this behavior using the advanced settings.
Okay. So with this, I basically just went over what I was saying in the last one, and in the last section I actually did not relay that to you right about the maximum trade size. What it is, let me show you, is this means that if you have one whole lot here, this means this is the maximum trade size that you want left open. So if you want 0.03 left open, this order on the smart line will close 0.7, and then 0.3 will be left open. So that's what this maximum trade size left open, that's what that actually means. That's pretty much like almost like this, but this is this. Let's just say if you have that that one lot open, this will, and you say you want 0.5 close, it'll close 0.5. This is the amount that you want left open, and then this is by percentage. Okay, so in this part, it's basically talking about these advanced options. So some of this is just kind of self-explanatory. Delete pending orders. So basically what will happen is when it basically reaches this, any pending orders that you have open, like let's just say, let's bring up the templates. No, let's bring up the templates, which is you press Control and you press the place order button, and let's put news breakout, and that will come up once I close this window. But I'm going to go ahead and click this, and then you can keep this line after the line is triggered. That I will go into after. So let me go ahead and put short, and that's going to be a take profit. And now you see this comes up. Now I'm going to show you something just a little bit later. This is a save, right? So okay, that basically saved, and then you have these two pending orders. So boom, boom, boom. Let's see. Go. Come on, hit. Right. Okay. So as you saw, once it hit that take profit, one order just basically closed, and the buy stop just basically was set. So this basically left open one position, and it closed all the others. The reason why this also triggered was it basically went up, and it triggered that on the news. So this is actually down. But it hit that line, and then it closed all pending orders. So interestingly enough, I think I could be a little bit wrong. The other order might have basically closed because this was hit, but you get the drift. That's pretty funny. All right, so let's go ahead and look at something else then. Let's place another line. Let's see. Let's place a line up here, and let's go in here, and since that's a buy stop, let's put that as a take profit, and let's see, close all long orders, right? And then let's go ahead and keep the line after it's triggered. Now, keeping this line after it's triggered means that every time that price hits this line right here, it will stay there, and it will continuously it'll close all open positions. So I'm going to just go ahead and, right, that's a long, that's a take profit. It'll always close it, if it's below. If it's below, this is going to be like a closing order for buy orders. That's what I understand. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that, and now let's go ahead and let the price action continue and see if it comes back up. Continue to go down. Okay, might actually come back up. Come on, come on. Continuing. No, it doesn't look like it's going to do that. So, okay. So let's try it this way. Let's go here, and let's make this a little bit lower, and let's make this a stop loss. And for 100%. One thing about these lines, if you keep them after trigger, it has to be 100%. It can't be a percentage, like she said. So keep this line after triggered, and up. Okay. This is what I wanted to show you. What will happen is if you configure this incorrectly, you will get this over here, this X over here, because you didn't configure it correctly. Now look what I did. I put this on a short order. This is a buy stop. So to correct this, I would have to make this way. Then you won't have that. Okay. But if you do it incorrectly, it will put this there, and that save won't be there. So let's go ahead and make that a long, and now that is a stop loss, and hopefully once it triggers, it will basically stay. So let's just make that way. No. There we go. Okay, so it closed. There you go. And the line stayed. Okay, so I'm not going to make this too much longer, but the rest of it you can basically, you'll figure it out. It's pretty self-explanatory. The other thing that I would want to basically let you take a look at is the rest of it, right? The rest of the advanced options. Delete this line if other line is triggered. So basically, if once this line is triggered, this line will disappear, close each order individually, and that basically means this ticket order. If you are closing them individually, you can select the ticket number right here and then click this option right here, and it will close the individual ticket that you have open. The filters, the net profit. If you have a certain amount of profit on the table, it will close that. Lot size. If you put a comment in the pending order, which I will show you right now, which is down here, as you can see, order comment. It doesn't. I don't think it talks about that, but here you can put a comment in here like I'm trading David Pivot. If I was trading a couple of different strategies, I could put a comment here and it'll close it by the comment or the magic number 1 2 3 4. So it's very, very, very that's one of the advanced options of using this trading simulator. Okay, so now let's move on to the next instructional from Anna in the PDF.
5.6 Smart Lines Filtering. If you select one of the all order options, rather than specific individual tickets, then you can apply filtering to that list. In effect, you are then saying all orders which meet the following conditions rather than just all orders. You can filter on profit, lot size, order comment, and order magic number. For example, by changing the profit range to -9999999 to 0, you instruct the smart lines only to close any losing positions, and not to touch any winning positions. The order comment and magic number conditions can be comma-separated lists of values. For example, 1234, 2345, 6789 tells the smart lines to close orders if their magic number is any out of 1234, or 2345, or 6789. Comment filters must match the start of the MT4 order comment and are not case sensitive.
Okay, well, it looks like I just went over these extra filters within the last break-in, my explanation of what she's talking about. And so what I will say is, knowledge is power. Be power hungry. Power to the people. And check out the next video, number 3, with the end part of the PDF, the instructions. And with that, I will say Parsival, signing out.